Yan before.
Yeah, we are live. Hello, entrepreneurs and world. This is Joe Dichiara coming to you live from downtown Metro Manila for another exciting interview with another Philippine accountant, rising star, who is a member of our Jumpstart community. This handsome young man is his name is Israel, but people call him all other kinds of things, and and
Yeah.
he'll share that with you. He's also a comedian, so if you're watching, you'll probably laugh. But I'm a comedian. He's a comedian, which is not normal for accountants. So there's not many funny accountants out there. And also, I just want to share this with anybody, any of our students, any Jumpstart people, or anybody that is nervous about public speaking or doing a live interview like this. Uh, Israel just shared with me that he's like really nervous. He was sweating before he went on. He was thinking about not showing up, but he's here. He's here, despite
Yeah.
all of his fear, despite all of his fears and anxieties. He showed up. That's one of the keys to success. Sometimes all you got to do is show up and do a lot of praying. And if you're watching live, like Eileen is here, give us a hashtag live. You'll be part of the questions and comments on the Facebook stream. So let's get to it. Israel, uh,
Yes.
what
Yeah.
brings what? So let's go through. I'm going to ask you a couple of simple questions so you can get
Mhm.
over your fear. Is
Yeah.
that okay?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
sure, Joe. But before we start, Joe, I just would like to thank you for this opportunity. And with your introduction, I feel very pressured right now because you said we will make them laugh. But you know, I hope we can make them laugh
Okay, so
because
I'm going to give you my take on, because we just, this month in Jumpstart, we're talking about communication. And
yes,
last Saturday, we had a whole presentation by my coach and friend Larry Broughton on
mhm,
public speaking.
yes,
So, right now, you're not only communicating, but you're doing public speaking. And public speaking, according to Larry, is people's number one fear. You know what number two is?
mhm.
Do you remember what number two is?
Oh,
The Go ahead.
I'm
You don't,
sorry.
okay, you didn't pay
I
attention. So
feel a little bit overwhelmed right now, Joe. So
good. So by the time this is over, you're going to show people that it's really not that hard. The
yeah.
number two fear is burning alive. So people would rather burn alive, burn to death, than do public speaking.
Mhm.
Okay. And Larry shared with us. So Larry is a world renowned entrepreneur. Right now, he makes a really good amount of money doing keynote speeches. He goes all around the world. He came to the Jumpstart event. Uh, so, what he shared with us was the fact that when his first public speech, he was sweating bullets. He was nervous. He had to cut it off. He was so scared. Now Larry is a former Green Beret, Special Ops Green Beret. It's like the Army version of being a Navy SEAL. Okay, he's 6'4". Okay, he's handsome. He's well spoken, and I never knew that about him. I never knew that he totally uh, messed up his first speech. But Larry's the kind of guy. He's like, you know what? I got to figure out how to be good at this, and he did that. And here's the two uh, keys that I learned, because I couldn't even do this, Israel. I couldn't even do a course online. I
Mhm.
was so nervous It took me literally, it took me years to learn how to talk in front of a camera. And the truth is, COVID, COVID made me do it. I didn't have a choice. I needed to get business. And normally I would just go out to groups, do networking, meet people, but I couldn't do that. So I didn't have a choice. Okay. Most people have a choice, but here's what I learned. And the way I met Larry was through this. My college buddy had a group where he actually taught people how to make money, writing books, doing public speaking, getting on stage, and I was in that group for over 10 years. And then when COVID hit, there were no more, live meetings. And anyway, so
Yeah.
these are the two keys that I learned. Number one, you just have to do it. You just have to do it. And after a while, it'll become like, you just got to break through your fear. That's the truth. That's the truth. You just got to do it no matter how uncomfortable it is. The world's greatest speakers all had fear. That nobody is born saying, "Oh, I just want to get in front of 500 people and speak."
Yes.
They all. But the other key, and I learned this. So my friend, we were buddies. We went to school together, and one night he was on the stage speaking, making fun of himself, making all kinds of mistakes, losing his place, forgetting what he was supposed to say, and laughing at himself. And I said, "Oh my God, that's Craig. That's him when I talk to him." In other words, he was just himself. He was just himself. And after that, I mean, I still had anxiety and stuff, but I said, "Oh my God, all I got to do is be myself." I didn't have to remember a speech, uh, and I said, if people laugh at me, fine. But what happened was I started getting comfortable and they were laughing with me. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yes.
Are
And
you sure?
thank you for that motivation, Joe. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm also
So,
that kind of guy. I'm laughing
yeah,
at myself
so
right
I know, yeah. So I know you from Jumpstart, and just from when you first introduced yourself, I was like, this is a funny guy. I don't know why he's an accountant. But yeah, you have this personality, the smile. So I have a feeling, and I'm usually right about things like
Should
this.
I change my career now, Joe? A comedian.
Oh, absolutely not. We need more accountants that are actually funny. We need accountants that
Okay.
have a personality. And you're going to use that when you start your agency, you're going to use that to get clients.
Okay.
Okay. It's the laws
Sure.
of attraction. And you have that. All you got to do, Israel, is be yourself. Okay. Are you still nervous?
A little bit, Joe. I just wish that we had the webinar before this live session. For tomorrow, the topic is building confidence, right?
Yes. Yes.
Tomorrow we have in our Jumpstart Premium webinar we have how to build your confidence. So if you want to uh, know how to build your confidence, just sign up to our Jumpstart Premium
Yes. Thank you.
community. Yes.
Thank you for the pitch. And maybe Eileen or Luz is here also. Maybe they could put the link to sign up for the Jumpstart your freelance accounting career in the chat. Uh, so we started up. So here's the thing: we didn't meet before. We didn't discuss what we were going to talk about, right?
Okay.
And I know, we're going to get to actually interviewing you because you're actually a pretty interesting guy. Uh, what I've learned doing it, and I've done this over 1,000 times now. Okay, over 1,000 times. I wish I kept track of it, but it's definitely over 1,000 times. Uh, the times that I prepared, the times that I actually spoke to the interviewee before we went on, you know what happened? We never talked about what we were going to talk about. I realized, I said, this is a waste of time. I'm better off just going on, being myself, and just so. And we had a friend, one of my first students, this guy George, and unfortunately he passed away. But George had a knack for getting clients. Okay. And I said, George, what's your secret? Everybody wants to know how to get clients. And this is what he said, and it was so simple. He said, Joe, I just treat it like I'm having a cup of coffee with somebody. We're just having a conversation. There's no pressure. If I don't get the client, it's not the end of the world. But that approach, it he was authentic. Okay, that's all you got to do. Okay, and then when you start, you know, feeling it, because also you got to know what you're talking about. I can't get on here and talk about driverless cars or baking a cake. I know nothing about that. I could talk about U.S. taxation, how to start a business, stuff like that. I mean, I've been doing it for 40 years. So you got to know what you're talking about. This way you can talk from the heart, right? You don't talk from the head, you talk from the heart. Uh, and that's it. It's a simple formula. It's a really simple formula, but it's not easy. It's not easy. So I could see you're relaxed now, so I can ask you some stupid questions now. Is that okay?
Sure, Joe.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you do what you did at Jumpstart. Just introduce yourself.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I am Israel. Would you want to introduce myself? How I introduce
Yeah,
myself?
yeah. Just be natural. Just talk the way
Okay.
you.
Hello, everyone. My former name was Jacob, and then after I fight the angel of God. I became Israel. If you know the story in the Bible, so my friends call me Yael. My classmates, schoolmates call me Yael. My friends call me Yael. But my clients used to call me Iz or Isay. Iz. They call me Iz. I don't know why they baptized me as Iz. I don't know if they have problem with my name Israel. It's too long, Joe.
Ah,
For foreign.
Israel. I mean, it's a country. It's a name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
actually, yeah. So I think that's pretty cool. But what you did it in Jumpstart, if I remember, you said my name's Israel, but some people used to call me Jacob, and then my clients call me or my friends call me L, and I was like,
Yes.
oh my god, this guy's a comedian. So, all right. So obviously, you have faith. That's something that you know, I believe that most successful people have some form of faith because when you're in business, it's not if something happens, it's when you hit an obstacle, there's adversity. When COVID hit, it decimated a lot of businesses. Larry owned a very large hotel chain. That's what he does. He manages them, he owns them, he builds them. So when COVID hit, he went from 250 million a year to zero overnight. And
Wow.
I watched this guy, watched him survive it. And, that's one of the reasons why he's my coach. Rona said hi. So you have friends out there. Another thing that you have to take into account, Israel, when you're up there, people want you to succeed. They want you to succeed. Okay. So let's get back to you because, like I said, you're a pretty interesting character to me anyway. Where were you?
Yes, Joe.
Where?
Actually, Joe, I would like to add, because you have already mentioned about being a comedian. Actually, in our client avatar, you remember the activity we have in Jumpstart? I love that part because I get to, list down all the qualities of my client, future client, and I add to my client avatar with sense of humor. Yeah, because we can easily get along if they have sense of humor like me. Then I think we have a good match. So I've added in my client avatar those who have a sense of humor. Of course,
So,
I think, yeah.
so you start out with stage fright. Now you want to take over the interview.
Oh no, no, Joe.
You
You can,
interrupted me. Now I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm just feeding Joe. I just a feeder
Yeah,
on
no,
on.
that's a great point because one of the things I teach people is first of all, everyone is
Yes,
not your prospect, but you'll be successful if you could uh, create, and it doesn't have to be one client avatar. It can
yes,
be several. But yeah, having a sense of humor, that should have been my client avatar. That should have been my
yeah.
client avatar.
Because Joe, it makes your life easier and makes your life longer.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess, yes.
You got to be comfortable with the people
Mm-hmm.
that you work with. Not, I mean, your team members. I mean, you met a lot of my team members at Jumpstart. We have an amazing team, an amazing team, and that's not really a coincidence because if somebody, just and you could feel it, you could feel the energy, right? You
Yes,
just if you don't hit it off. Uh, don't take those people as clients because they're not going to last. They're not going to last, right?
that's true.
So
Yeah.
let's get back to you. Where were you born?
Was born in Delfin Albano, Isabela, and I'm currently living here in Delfin Albano, Isabela.
Okay, and I have no idea where that is, but most of the
Yeah.
people in the Philippines. Well, so I'm in Manila. Is it north or south of Manila?
Yes. I'm in the northern part, so if you're in Manila, it's like if you take a bus, it's like 13 hours from here
Okay, so I could tell you right now,
or
I'm not
12.
not taking a bus to visit you,
You
but
just take an airplane, Joe, if you want to visit here.
okay, that sounds more like it. Uh, so, can I ask how old you are?
Um, Joe, I prefer to keep my specific age in private, but I
Okay,
can
you
but
look
I
like
can tell.
you're
Yeah, yeah. I will just message you or personal message you
okay.
about my age.
I'm just
But
saying,
I can tell you I'm in the 30ish age group. Yeah,
really?
30ish.
Wow. Like I said, you look like you're 18. You look like
Oh,
you're 18. So God
oh,
bless you.
thank you,
So,
Joe.
did you go to school for accounting?
I'm sorry, Joe.
Did you go to college?
Ah, yes, yes, Joe. I attended the University of La Salette, Santiago City, Isabela, where I finished Bachelor of Science in Accountancy.
Okay, and then what did you do?
Um, Before being full time in freelancing, uh,
Yes.
before I proceed, Joe, you haven't asked me if I'm married or single.
I'm getting to that. Oh, there you go. You want to do the interview?
Just kidding, Joe. Okay. Um, then after I finished my bachelor's degree, I had my review for the CPA board exam, and after passing the board exam, I um, my career started as an accounting associate, wherein I managed the bank reconciliation of of the company for their six principal bank accounts, and in here, Joe, doing bank reconciliation for almost 2 years or more than 2 years. I learned the importance of accuracy and attention to detail in this role, and it's helped me in on my career up to this day. And then after that's in Makati, Joe. That's in my first job was in Makati, and then after that, I decided to go back to my beloved province, Isabela, and life. Life is not easy here in the province, or I did not have an easy journey applying here because at first I want to work in a government. I think I almost applied to all the government agencies here in Isabela, including the government banks and in anything government company or agency. I applied to them. Fortunately, I didn't get hired, and so Joe, I get the chance to be an accounting supervisor in a private company, wherein I just oversaw the accounts receivable, the financial statement preparation, and also in this role, it taught me how to manage a team and then communicate effectively with colleagues and ensure timely and accurate financial reporting. And then after that, they promoted me as an accounting manager, uh, where I was responsible for, of course, overseeing the accounting department's day-to-day operations, managing financial reporting, and providing financial analysis to the senior management team. But even though I'm in the managerial position, Joe, um, it lowered my self-esteem because I get low salary. Um, Here, but I enjoyed working here, except for the salary. It's just the position. It's good, but the salary is not ideal for a CPA and as an accounting manager.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I decided to resign, and then also dream to work abroad, because if you work abroad, then you will have a higher salary than here in the Philippines. So unfortunately, I got uploaded from the airport. I'm so naive that time. I don't know all the red flags in the the immigration interview. So I provided all the working documents, while my visa is business visa. Don't imitate me. Don't I don't know anything that time. I'm so naive. I don't know. I just want to provide for my family. So I am so desperate to go abroad. And so I don't know how to tell a lie. So I got offloaded because of that. And
Wait, what happened exactly?
I'm sorry, Joe. What happened in?
What? Yeah, can you share the details? Like what happened? They sent you back to the Philippines?
Yes, Joe. I didn't get the chance to at least ride the plane beforehand.
Oh,
They just
you didn't even
yeah.
get to go on the plane.
Yes, yes, yes. They just
Wow.
yeah, because they knew already that I'll be working there because of my documents, but I didn't know anything about it. So
You
uh,
know, I've heard several stories of people not being able to get out of the Philippines. Uh, yeah, and I don't know what that's all about. Uh,
hmm,
Usually, getting out of a country is easy. Getting back in is the hard part. So we have a whole big thing in the United States with people trying getting in, but they're illegal. But
hmm,
getting out of the United States, they're pretty much like, yeah, leave.
Mhm.
So that might have been a blessing in disguise, and this is something that I've learned about people in
Yes.
the Philippines, and it's heartbreaking to me that you have to go to another country most of the time, leave your family
Mhm.
just to be able to put food on the table, right? Uh,
Yes.
it was probably really tough for you that you didn't even get on the plane. Did you have a job
Yes.
lined up? Did you have a job lined up?
I don't have. I already
Oh,
resigned, Joe, so I didn't get. I don't have a job to go back to. So yeah, it's very sad, and it lowered my
oh,
self
so when
esteem.
so you had already resigned from your job in the Philippines.
Yes, yes,
Now
Joe.
you have no job. So what did you do? So I didn't. Can I ask you now? Are you married?
Oh, I'm happily single, Joe.
Okay.
They usually answer that they are happily married. Now
Yeah.
I
Well,
can say I'm
if they
happily
say
single.
they're unhappily married, they'll definitely be unhappy. So that's why they say they're
Yeah.
happily married. So because I was going to say, it's a lot different when you're supporting a family.
Mm,
You know, I don't know if you had other people to support, but yeah, I've, we have a former student, Annie, who gave us a
mm,
heartwarming testimonial. She was, away from her family. She was depressed. She had anxiety. She
mm,
had to leave her. I believe she had at least one child,
mm,
and she just couldn't do it. And she resigned and
mm,
didn't know what she was going to do. So she came back to the Philippines, uh, and the good news is, she wound up finding a job. She took one of our courses or two of our courses.
mm.
I don't know if that played a role in her getting a job. Probably her prayers played more of a
Yeah.
role, but she
Act-
wound up getting a job for more
As
money than she was making overseas.
yes, Joe.
And
As they say, different life, different stroke. I don't have that. Like you have mentioned, the bigger responsibility, like you have mentioned. But all my struggles are internal, of course. Because of what happened, I got low self-esteem. You know, it's like, is this my worth as a board passer or as a certified public account? Why I can't get a decent job? Yeah, because I have a problem. Maybe uh, I have also a problem with my communication skills during interview, because in the Philippines, whether we like it or not, we have a high standard in terms of communication. So you have to be in perfect, in grammar. So if they sense that you are not confident and you're not fluent, at least in speaking English, I'm sorry to
yeah,
say, but you are being judged. So
yeah, that's too bad. And I think so. I know the U.S. market, and there's a serious lack of labor. I mean, there's businesses you go in there, and there's nobody working there because they simply can't find anybody that wants to work. And I believe in the Philippines, it's the opposite. There's a large amount of people that are looking for work. So the people that are hiring can be very, very picky, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I didn't plan on it, but, and I believe that this is, God opens doors for you for a reason. And we started teaching, we started our courses about 18 months ago. We've had over 700 people apply, and we're still adding courses. And then we started this Jumpstart community. And, you know, what we're trying to do, my one of my objectives is to show people that have left their family that they can get a remote job, start a remote agency, and come back home to the Philippines. Uh, So now you're out of work, right? You have
Yes.
low self esteem, and I could relate to that. I could
Mm-hmm.
relate to that. I had a CPA job once. After a month, I got fired.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I felt like, oh my, and I had a 1 year old son. It was like, oh my god, I'm a loser. How could I quit a good job to take this job because it was a better opportunity, and here I was unemployed. So I
Mm-hmm.
could definitely relate to that. And
Yes.
at that time, it was not easy to get a good accounting job.
Mm-hmm.
So now, how long ago was that? How long
Mm,
ago did you have that ordeal?
I think that's 4 years ago, Joe. That's
Okay.
year 2014. 2014, I think that was
Oh, so that's
20.
10 years
Yeah,
ago.
that was
What
2014.
kind of
Mm.
accountant are you? You can't add. Okay. So
But
what do you
Joe,
do?
I just don't want those who are watching right now. Please don't, misunderstand me uh, about being here in the Philippines. Um, I'm not complaining. That's the way it is. So we should. I am accepting that. So, but what I learned in my journey is that you can find value you can find value to the place wherein you are worthy. So I think that's enough for me to know that to others I am valuable, but for others I am not valuable, but I have a place. I have a value to other place, so I think
Yes,
that's the most
that's at
important.
first. It didn't sound to me like you were complaining. You're just telling your story. And
Yes.
and the truth is, yeah, you're right. There's a place for everybody, and so I think what you're saying is every place isn't for everybody.
Yes.
And I believe that, God puts us in the places we're supposed to be. So you
Yes.
weren't supposed to be on that plane going to another country.
Yes. And as
Okay?
you said, Joe, in my comment before, that there's no accident in life. So
I
I
don't
think,
believe any, yeah,
yeah,
I don't
you don't
believe,
believe.
yeah, I believe everything happens for a reason. We just might not understand,
Yes.
because it could be painful in the short term. But yeah, there's a big picture, and Israel. This is what I believe. It starts with our mindset and our attitude. So what
Yeah.
I want to know is, because there's always like a switch that goes off. There's a turning point.
Mhm.
So now you have low self esteem. You don't have a job. You're highly qualified
Mhm.
because you did a lot of different accounting positions. You made it to manager. You were a CPA. So what changed? Because
But
the
she,
guy that I met at Jumpstart isn't isn't that's not the picture that you painted. So
uh,
what was the turning
yes,
point?
yes, Joe. Before I've been full time as a freelancer, doing bookkeeping and accounting. Um, I also have a online job before, uh, but after but during the pandemic, they lay off some of the employees in US, and also the independent contractor here, and I got scared by that situation. So I thought that I don't have the job security working remotely. So I applied in our local government unit as an accountant, and luckily I got hired. But then I already have 3 years of experience working online. So, and it's also flexible, Joe. So when I transitioned to corporate, from freelancing to corporate, so I was I just miss the time freedom I have during my freelancing job. So I resigned with the help of Coach Yan. Actually, when I'm planning to resign from my job as an accountant here in our local government unit, I met Coach Yan, and she's just starting then on her coaching session. So
So you joined accounting peoples.
yes, and I joined accounting peoples, and then the rest is history, Joe. Coach Yan told me resign now to your corporate job, and then I followed her, so I resigned. It's Coach Yan's what should I say? Coach Yan's fault? No, it's not fault. So it's Coach Yan's blessing to said that I will resign to my
Yeah,
corporate job.
she's
So I
helped it.
resigned. Yes, and then
She's
the
helped
rest
a
is
lot of
history,
people.
Joe. I got mentored by Coach Yan, and then from there, I got the motivation, the inspiration, and the confidence that I needed to do this. So I'm doing freelancing full time now as an accountant bookkeeper, and now I enrolled in your Jumpstart premium course also to be like you and Coach Jan's. Uh, I follow your step,
Well,
and I
thank you.
hope, yeah,
You hope
and,
what?
and I hope and pray that I will be someday be as successful as you are, like Coach Jan and you, Joe, and to all others and all other speakers that motivates me and inspired me to be where I am right now. So yeah.
I could see you in the position of helping a lot of other people because you have a good story, and now well, so you said you're doing bookkeeping and accounting. Is this can you tell us a little about that?
About what, Joe? I'm sorry.
What so you said you have do you have bookkeeping clients? Is this a bookkeeping
Yes,
job?
Joe. I have a bookkeeping clients internationally from US and Australia. I don't want to mention how many of them right now,
That's okay.
but I have US clients with S, and I have one client from Australia. So that's what I can share right now. So
Yeah.
you know what happened, Joe? Life surprised us in so many ways. So before I didn't get the chance to travel abroad for work, but now I'm working abroad and just being here in the Philippines. So I'm working outside, but I'm physically here in the Philippines. So that's a great blessing for me because I don't need to I didn't need to go far away from my parents or from my family just to work abroad.
Yeah,
So
so I teach people U.S. taxation, but the truth is there's an accounting shortage
mm,
all over the world. So, and that's the opportunity for Philippine accountants. So, I could see, and this is one of my missions is to help empower thousands of people like you and show you exactly how you could go from zero to having your own agency. Now, you've already done a lot of the footwork. Getting your first client is, it's a huge thing because some people, a lot of people, they don't even believe that it's possible. But then when you get
yes,
your first client that pays you, then it becomes almost addicting. You're like, okay, I got the one. How do I get more? So you have several clients now. Now the thing is, how do you get from having several clients to having more clients than you could even handle on your own? Does that make sense?
yes, Joe. That's why I enrolled. in your course, Jumpstart, to have
Yeah. Well,
my
it's
own
not.
agency. Yes,
Yeah,
and
it's more of a
to
community than a course. It's
yes,
a community
it's a
because
community.
you're all, and I saw this at the event, how, when we did the activities, like you mentioned, like coming up with your company name, right? It
Yes,
gets, because now you're like, you're manifesting it, right? And that's how these things happen. So I have no doubt in my mind, as long as you follow the steps that we lay out, you'll have a team. You'll have a team.
mm-hmm.
Okay. I've seen it happen. I've done it myself. And the things, so like, Larry was at the event. He's going to be speaking every month on a different topic. He's helped thousands of entrepreneurs start their own businesses. Okay, you
Yes,
mentioned Coach Yan. She's a big part of the community.
yes,
So, and then all the other people like Vivian. Vivian says, "Claim it. I
yes.
know you can do it." Right? She's
Thank you, Vivian.
and Josie over here says, "Hello, Josie. Thank you for uh, showing up again." And you know, it's we're gonna make it simple for you, but you still got to do the work. Does
Yeah.
that make sense? Okay, so if
Yes,
you're
Joe.
willing to do the work, I can guarantee you that, and I don't know how long it'll take,
Mm-hmm.
but I can guarantee that you will be successful. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure, Joe. That's amazing. And thank you for that assurance that you gave. I think that's the number one thing. We just need assurance in our life. So thank you for that, Joe.
You're
And
welcome. It's
I
my
will
pleasure.
also do whatever it takes to be successful, like what you said.
God bless you. God bless you. So I'm looking forward to working with you and seeing you grow. And
Thank you,
a
Joe.
lot of what we do, believe it or not, has to do with personal development.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
think
the more,
that's you have already lay down our the course outlines in Jumpstart Premium, and I love to be part of it so that I can be a thriving agency owner soon.
you
And
will, you
yeah,
will, and then you'll be an example of for other people. Okay.
thank you, Joe. And
So
I would like also to invite everyone, if you want to be part of our community, Jumpstart Premium community, just sign up. It's on my also in my Facebook page, so you can just click the link there and then sign up and see you there in our community.
yes.
Just
So
just a
have
little
you?
advert.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, spread the word. Word of mouth is powerful. So how do you feel now? Are you more comfortable than when you started?
Yeah, yeah, Joe. I feel more comfortable, and just like
Okay.
what I said, I just wish that we had the how to build your confidence seminar before we have
Well,
our live session. But
I'll give you.
I'm good. I'm good. Even though I'm not fluent in English and communication, I
See
just want
that
also
another thing. That's another thing that I hear from Philippine students all
yeah
the time. I don't speak English well enough.
yeah
That's a limiting belief. You speak English probably better than I do.
yeah,
Okay,
Joe.
you
I
speak.
think I'm better than you because I speak two
Oh,
languages.
I'm still working
I
on English,
I can
so
speak Tagalog and English, so I am I am
you're way ahead of me.
bilingual.
Yeah.
Just
So, all
kidding,
right.
Joe.
Would you like to give us any closing tips? Say hi to anyone. This is your last chance.
Oh, sure, Joe. We have almost 1 hour now. I'd like to
Yeah,
talk to you more.
we're over. I try to limit these to
I enjoy talking with you, Joe. I wish that we have more time, but I think we have a limited time here. So my advice to all aspiring freelancers is that you need to have a positive mindset, and when you have that positive mindset or positive outlook in life, you can go far, and nothing can stop you from achieving your dreams and goals in life. And by doing this, you can like join communities like this, wherein you can be motivated, you can be inspired, so that you can have a positive mindset. Just join community, have a mentor, have a coach, and don't be like um the cost of having a mentor or coach or joining a community like this. um, don't be afraid to take chance. I mean, take it as an investment for yourself, for your future goals. And do not quit also, and of course don't complain. And I just want to share with you um, uh, I just want to share with you about the what Francis Kong on his recent what we call this recent post on his Facebook. She said that don't complain. If it's within your control, do something about it. If 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 not, complaining is just a waste of energy. So it has been said, he who blames others has a long way to go on his journey. He who blames himself is halfway there. He who blames he who blames no one has arrived. So when you complain, you're giving too much power to the thing. So take back that power. So that's it, Joe. So I hope
okay.
those who are watching us um, get something from me also, and also
All right, you
be
could stop now. You could. So you went from being scared, and now you won't shut up. Now you'll go on another hour. I know it. No, I'm
yeah, I
joking.
want more, Joe. I want more hour.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
you'll get more chances, believe me.
Thank you,
So
Joe.
no, that was very good words of wisdom. I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank all the people that are here live. Josie, Christina, Vivian. Let's see who else. Uh, Rona. Yeah, so Rona and Luz, they're supposed to be working. They always show up to these for some reason. They think I don't know that, but they're supposed to be working. No, I'm joking. This was great, Israel. I look forward to working with you, and thank you. And for everyone out there, God bless. That's our story. We're sticking with it. And join Jumpstart if you're out there. You want to start your own agency. Just do it. Take a leap of faith, like Israel did, and like he said, all you got to do is believe, and anything is possible. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Joe.